Hey Slayers, and today's video is going to actually be a review of columns for Sega Game Gear. So, as you can see, there's multiple modes. There's Flash mode and Original mode. You get easy, normal, and hard. I think levels 1 through 5. I'm voicing this over, so this isn't like a live commentary. This video is already pre-recorded. But, so as you know, I'm pretty much a columns enthusiast, as you would know. And I'm pretty much the greatest columns player of all time. This video isn't scripted, so that's why I'm kind of just going off the top of my head when it comes to this video, as I really didn't have anything predetermined. But columns for Sega Game Gear is exactly what you'd expect. A great columns game. It's a great game. It's basically exactly the Genesis version in your hand, but with downgraded visuals. But the visuals doesn't matter. You get the same great columns gameplay. The same everything you love about columns is here. Nothing is missing. As you can see, oh my god, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good at this game. So, while I was recording this, I was thinking this was gonna come out just another boring columns video, but I was like, I really didn't want to do that. So I came up with the idea to give this a proper review. And so, what can I say? It's columns. You know, it's columns. It's great columns. I recommend you try it. I don't really like the emulator I use for Game Gear games, but this is an exceptional version of columns. It's a great version of columns. Is it arcade perfect? No. If you're looking for a better looking one and a better, less 8-bit sounding one, go for the Genesis. But this is still a great version of columns. I was going to say on the go. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to just take this reference as I'm talking as if you had this on a Game Gear, which you might. If you want this for an actual Game Gear, this is a great version of columns to have on the go. But if you're just going to end up emulating this, go with the Genesis version. I mean, you can try this version. It's very good, and it doesn't, but the thing is, it doesn't really do anything to stand out. Like, personally, like, it doesn't do anything to stand out. The music is 8-bit. It's an 8-bit version of the game. I mean, what else can I really say? So as you can see, I want to show the other mode, so I'm just kind of filler until I get to the original mode. But as you can see, we have all the normal shapes, all the normal elements of columns. Nothing has really changed. And I'm just kind of at this point watching myself play the game. This emulator I'm using, I don't really particularly like it, but I really couldn't find a better one, so I just decided to rough it and just go with this one. But this is an okay emulator. It's fine. So I love the new editor. I'm just gonna talk for a second so we get to the original mode. I love my new editor. I love the Power Director editor because I can do things like this where I can just voice over the whole video. And as you could, I'm pretty good at the game. So, okay, I'm going to actually tell you how you win in the Flash mode. I remembered. So how you win in the Flash version of the game is you'll notice if you look on the screen at the very bottom in the middle, there's a flashing blue block. Well, in the Flash mode, that's why it's called Flash. The block flashes and you have to match it. You know, you have to get the normal 3 on top of 3 match to win the level. So if you're looking for more, how does this stack up against Mean Bean Machine on Game Gear? Mean Bean Machine on Game Gear, I don't know why I slid my thing down, my notification bar down like that, but this stacks up against Mean Bean Machine. In terms of content-wise, in terms of graphic, Mean Bean Machine is the better game when it comes to a Game Gear version of a puzzle game, and that's only because Mean Bean Machine has more content. Like this is a perfectly good port. I recommend you after you get done watching this video, if you have the time, I recommend you go try this game out because it's really good. This version compared to I think this version might actually be easier than the Genesis version. As you see, I got the match, I did it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the I love the little Sega screen. This was a pack-in title with the Sega Game Gear back in the day. So there is also multiplayer. I did forget to mention that. There's like 9 levels. There's 9 difficulty levels. Oh my god. but this was a packing title back in the day. I recommend you do try it out. There's a couple more shapes in the original mode, and there's a couple more shapes in the original mode, and but this stacks up against Mean Bean Machine as on Game Gear as a pretty good conversion. Do I recommend this or Mean Bean Machine? Personally, depending on what you're looking for, I mean, they play like two different games. Columns is a traditional match 3-on-3 Bejeweled type of game, and Mean Bean Machine is more its own thing where you have to match like 4. The games are both pretty easy, considerably a lot easier than the Genesis versions. But I definitely do recommend this version to anyone looking for, maybe columns on Genesis is just a bit too hard for you. If that is the case, I do recommend you try this version out, as it's a lot easier. And you see it has all the shapes, except that one shape. It does at that one weird, like, lightning, that orange shape right there, that orange jewel shape. I can't really point it out, but if you know columns, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's that one right there that's falling right there. Not the purple or red one, but the one right under it. Yeah, see, there's 2 of them right there. I don't know what that weird jewel is, but it does add that one. This game is just a lot easier. If you're a columns beginner, I do recommend this over the Genesis or arcade version. But once you get a little bit better at columns, you should definitely switch to the Mega Drive or arcade, or to the Mega Drive or arcade. I meant Genesis or arcade version. But this is totally a good enough version for a starter, or if you just want a normal puzzle game for your handheld. So I do recommend you go try this version out. And that's the end of this video. See you later.